Okay. So let's. Okay. Okay. Mustafa, you are now a student,
Yes.
not a cameraman. Don't hide behind the camera. You're going to be asked some questions today. You're going to have to make up for the numbers. Okay? So, okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah, amma ba'd. So let's start with our Arabic lesson for today. Now, the key thing is, we're going to continue from where we left off from last time. Okay? So, can anyone remember what we covered last week? Tabaraka? Excellent. And what was the lesson that we answered? Oh yes, weak verbs, correct. And Rashida, you had your hand up as well?
Na'budu was the first verb in the Quran and the Surah Fatiha. And Iyaka was the first pronoun in the whole surah.
Yeah, so the first verb that we came was na'budu, wasn't it? We are worshipping. Very interesting, yes. Tabaraka?
We did take the 10th root.
The 10th root as well.
Nastaf'alu.
Nastaf'alu, which means?
Which means...
We didn't really do the meaning, but you're right. Nastaf'alu, okay. Or istaf'ala, okay. Good. So that was the lessons that you've been revising. I can tell. MashaAllah. I can see some bright stars coming up, replacing the brothers to the floor, and the girls will take the seats. I can tell. I can see that. Okay, so now we're going to carry on from last time. So we did Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in. Okay, the next bit of Surah Fatiha is going to be this.
Oh, wow. So it is the continuation of Iyaka na'budu.
Yes, we continue on. So when we did Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in, this is today where we say Ihdina siratal Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Okay, so let's do what we always start off with. We start with the first word, okay, which is ihdina. Now, you need to try and guess for me what type of word this is. Is it a noun, verb, or particle? Rashida?
It's a verb.
Excellent. It is a verb. Do you know why?
It's a present tense.
Sorry?
A present tense.
It is present tense. Excellent. Can anybody tell me anything else about this verb?
It have the same. It have the same pattern of yaf'alu.
Excellent. So we're saying that the reason that we understand this to be a verb and to present tense because of our pattern that we understood, which was yaf'alu, yeah? So yaf'alu. Okay. Now, what I want somebody to do for me is to give me the hand signals for the present tense of the verb. We're using fa'ala. Oh gosh, I've got so many hands up here. I'm going to give Sadia a chance.
Yaf'alu, yaf'aluna, taf'alu, taf'aluna, naf'alu, naf'aluna.
Nearly correct. Af'alu and naf'alu. Very good. Sadia, that was really excellent. And you said it so fast means that you've really learnt it. So we will do it together. Okay, so from fa'ala, which is past tense, which means he did, we go all the way up to present tense, which is yaf'alu. Yaf'aluna, they are doing. Taf'alu, you are doing. Taf'aluna, you all are doing. Af'alu, I'm doing. Naf'alu, we are doing. Excellent. Now, if we look at ihdina, can anyone tell me whether that's a single word or a composition, a composite of? Now you have to guess this one, right? We haven't covered this before, so try and work it out. Look at ihdina and tell me if it's a single word or does it consist of a composite. Rashida?
It's a composite.
It is. Excellent. And what? So you told me the first one is going to be the. So which bit is which? Yeah. Up to. Yeah.
Ihdina.
Close. Ihdi is the first bit.
Na.
And na is the second bit. Now, can you think of where we might have come across na before?
Na'budu. Na'budu.
Yes.
Na.
This na, what would we describe it as? This first bit is a verb, remember? And we said that words consist of either verbs, nouns, or particles. So what is the na? Is it a verb, noun, or particle?
Particle.
Excellent. It's a particle, you're right. This is a particle. Now, for the really clever ones, what type of particle is it?
Pronoun.
Yes, it is. It's a pronoun. Okay. What type of pronoun? I'm going to give the Baraka a chance. My gosh, you are on top, all of you. I'm really impressed today. You're absolutely right. It is a possessive pronoun. Now, when we did our grammar, we did possessive pronouns with nouns and pronouns together. Remember that? And remember, what noun did we use as an example? Yes, Dean. So we did the hand signals. Okay, Sadi, let's Sadi.
Dinuhum, dinuka, dinukum, dinuna, dinunu.
Dini
Dini,
and Dinuna.
dinuna.
MashaAllah. I knew that all of you that Mustafa, I'm very impressed here. If the boys were here, they would be like, this is they're going to have to watch the video and they're going to be scared. I think Ahmed Siti is at stake here. And I think maybe Sadi will be taking it. Inshallah. So, okay, let's do it all together. So we use Deen, and Deenuhu, his Deen.
Dinuhu, his din.
Deenuhum, their Deen. Deenuka, your Deen. Deenukum, all your Deen. Deeni, my Deen. Deenuna, our Deen. Excellent. So here we use the noun and pronoun, possessive pronoun. Okay. Now if you look here, here we're not using a noun and possessive pronoun. What are we using here in this composite? What are we using here? In ihdina. We did dinuna, didn't we? Which means our deen, noun and possessive pronoun. So what about ihdina? What is it a composite of? Verb and pronoun. Yeah? So the noun and possessive pronoun, okay, we use dinuna. Here we have the verb and possessive pronoun. The verb being ihdi and na. Yes?
Yes.
So this is something about us or our. We don't know the verb yet. Okay, so you now know that there are two bits. Okay, so we know it's a verb. We know it's present tense from our pattern. Now I'm going to introduce to you something very new that we're going to do today. The root for this verb, ihdi, is him, the, and ya. Right? Okay. Now, if we want to make that into the present tense, we do this. We go Yahdi. Yahdi. Alright? So, Yahdi. Okay? Now, if it was going to be af'alu, it should be ahdi. Right? But it's not. It's ihdi. Right? So this is a new pattern that I'm going to tell you today. Alright? Now, the way we're going to understand this, if we go to fa'ala again. So let's just remind ourselves about fa'ala. So fa'ala, he did. That's past tense. Going up to present tense, yaf'alu, yaf'aluna, taf'alu, taf'aluna, af'alu, naf'aluna. Now, this is the new one. This is the new one. If'al.
If'al.
Do. If'alu. You do. This is a commandment. Do. This hand action is to command. Do. Because yaf'alu, he is doing. Yaf'aluna, they are doing. Taf'alu, you are doing. Taf'aluna, you all are doing. Af'alu, I am doing. Naf'alu, we are doing. If'al, do. If'alu, all of you do. So if'al is for one person. So if I want to say to Tabaraka do, I say if'al, do. If I want to say all of you do, I say if'alu. Right? And what you can notice in this pattern, right? So you have if'al and af'alu, right? So let us just compare the two, right? So af'alu, it means I am doing, right? Okay? Not yet. Af'alu, okay? Not yet. Af'alu, I am doing, okay? You understand? Can you focus on what I'm teaching? So, af'alu, tabaraka, af'alu, yes? Which means I am doing. If'al looks like this. Alright? If'al. Now, the key thing here is that you have to look at the difference. Right? So when Rashida was looking at it, she saw, oh, okay, this looks like af'al, so it must be present tense. She was very correct there, but it's a different type on the present tense. Because here, in af'al, we have a fatha in the beginning. Here, we have a kasra, if'al. So, and at the end, you have a dhamma, af'alu. Here, you have a sukoon, if'al. You got it? This is the pattern, and this is a commandment. It means do. Whereas this one is meaning I am doing. Yes? So af'alu, I am doing. If'al, do. If'alu, all of you do. Alright? So let us now use a different verb. Okay? So let's use sitting. Okay, so what's the verb for sit?
Jalasa.
Very good, Sadia, mashallah. She's getting very, very well here. So jalasa, it means he sat. Alright, let's do it together. He sat. Present tense, yajlisu. Yajlisuna, they are sitting. Tajlisu, you are sitting. Tajlisuna, you all are sitting. Ajlisu, I am sitting. Najlisu, we all are sitting. Ijlis, sit. Ijlisu, all of you sit. See, remember if'al, do. Ijlis, sit. Okay, same pattern, yeah. Okay, so have we quite got that clear? Okay, so from ajlisu, I am sitting, to ijlis, sit. Af'alu, I'm doing, to if'al. Okay, Rashida, you had a question. There's no naf'aluna.
No, you told when we were doing the hand signals, you told nafaluna at last.
No, that's not correct. It's naf'alu. Okay? Right. So, okay. So we all understand that? Now, here we have to come back to yahdi. Okay? Now, yahdi means he's guiding. Yeah? He's guiding. Yahdi. Okay? So we can recognize, well, ihdi, we know it's present tense. Is it like ahdu or af'alu? No. Because it has the alif, which has a kasra,
It's a command.
which then gives you a clue that this may be a command. Now the other thing that you have to notice is that where's the sukoon? No. You're right, there is a sukoon there, but there should be. Look at if'al. How many sukoons are there in if'al?
Two.
Have a look here. 1 and 2. How many sukoons in ihdina?
What letter?
There's a kasra.
No, after lahar, what is the
Dal. Ihdina. So how many sukoon are there in ihdina?
1.
1. Okay. Now the reason that there's only 1 is because it's having to join on to another word, isn't it? The pronoun. So when it has to join, a kasra is put there. But if there wasn't nun, then it would be ihdi. Okay, but because we have to join it, ihdina. All right. Okay. So, and the other reason is because remember this verb.
1.
Is it a standard verb or is it a weak verb?
Weak verb.
Yes, it's a weak verb. Why is it a weak verb?
Because of the alif.
No, because af'alu, if'al has an alif, so why is this not weak verb? If'al, do, ihdi, guide. So what?
Because it is ihdina.
No, okay, let me put this together so you really understand this. So here's if'al, okay? If'al, which means do. This we know is a standard verb, right? It's not a weak verb, right? Now, next to it, we will put ihdi. Ihdi, right? Now, is this a standard verb? And is this, which one is a standard, which one is weak? And why? Why is if'al a standard verb? Why?
Because it's having two sukoons.
Okay, let me say this then. What makes a verb weak?
Alif, waw, ya.
Alif, waw, ya. Now hold on. I'm going to give you a chance. So alif, waw, ya should be in the...
They will be...
No.
Cheating.
No. Listen to me. The rule that we said about weak verbs is that the 3 root letters will contain one of these vowels. Remember? Alif, wa, and ya. Right? Now, in if'al, why this is not, you may say, well, there's an alif in if'al, so why isn't this a weak verb? Because the standard verb is fa'ala. Yeah? Fa'ala. These are not weak letters, correct? So, and this bit, the if, is a prefix. It's an extension of the main word, right? But the root is fa, ain, la. Right? Now let's go to ihdi. Okay? Right? So why is this now a weak verb? Go on, Rashida.
Because after dal, a ya is there.
Yes. Because if we go to the actual root, the root is this. It's heen, dal, and ya. But this ya is a silent ya. Yeah? Okay? But it's one of these, isn't it? One of these weak letters. And what did we say? Why do we call these verbs weak verbs? Because what happens to them? Because they keep changing or they disappear because they're weak. So what happens is if they change because they get tired. As you go through the roots and they get tired, so then maybe wa has to come in or maybe alif has to come in. Sometimes they completely disappear because they're weak. So we have if'al and then we have ihdi. Where's the ya there?
Silent. After that.
No, it's not. It is silent.
It is there, yeah.
No, listen to the question. Ihdi. Where's the ya?
Silent. After that.
No, where's the ya?
There's no ya.
There's no ya. There's no ya. Okay? Because it has. Because it has.
Noon. Because it have noon.
No.
Because
it's. No, no. Listen to me. The ya is not there because it's disappeared. Alright? In Yahdi, it's there. Okay? So when you go to Yahdi, and then you go through it, all the way Yahdi to we are guiding and so forth, in Ihdi, it has disappeared. Alright? So the ya has disappeared. So if the ya has disappeared, alright? Okay? Because then normally, if then we put a kasra in replacing, because the ya has disappeared, so it becomes ihdi, because ya has disappeared. Alright? So that's why you don't see it here. Right? Because it's part of it, but it's weak and it's disappeared. So ihdi meaning guide, and the na meaning guide.
Our
Or us. Guide us. Yeah, so the na is us. Guide us. Okay? This one was a difficult one. But, alright? We did a lot of concepts here, but we covered it. So I'm really pleased that you guys grasped it. Okay? So let us just recap again and see whether we really have remembered this. Okay? Do a quick revision on this one. Okay, with ihdina, is it a single word or composite? Composite. What is it composite of?
Ihdi.
What? No, just shout out, sit down.
Ihdina.
Which is a composition of what?
Ihdina. Less na.
Of what category? Composite.
It's a verb and a pronoun. Present. No, a pronoun.
Yes. A what type of pronoun?
Possessive pronoun.
Possessive pronoun. Okay, good. So it's a composite of verb plus possessive pronoun. Right? Which bit is the verb?
Ihdi.
Ihdi. Good. And which is the possessive pronoun?
Na.
Na. Okay. Excellent. Now, with the verb, is it past tense, present tense?
Present.
Oh, okay, present tense. And what pattern is it? Which part of the present tense is it?
No. Do.
So which part?
Our. We.
No.
Ihdi.
No.
If I.
Rashida, don't talk if you don't know what you're talking. Is it okay? Keep quiet, okay? Only when you're sure about it. What did we just cover?
What do you the command?
Commandments. Which was for, if you did fa'ala? If'al. Good. Which means do for one person. If'alu.
You all do.
You all do. Excellent. And this is a, what type of present tense verb? It's a, come on, repeat it again.
Command.
Command. Ihdi. Command. If'al ihdi, which means guide. Yeah? Excellent. So we know it's present tense and we know it's command. Okay, now tell me what type of verb is it? Is it a standard verb or a weak verb?
Weak verb.
And why is it weak verb?
Because there is ya disappeared.
The ya is disappeared. Because the root is what?
Ya.
Excellent. And the ya has disappeared in?
Ihdi.
Good. So it is a weak verb. Mumtaz. Excellent, you did really well. I think, honestly, Mustafa, I think the boys are going to have a challenge. We only have one.
All girls team today.
All girls team, and they're performing superb.
Mashallah.
MashaAllah. Okay, great. You've done the first bit. And you're both keeping your seats. I think I might need to get a third seat for Rashida, but so far, Sadia is definitely keeping her seat. And definitely Tabaraka as well. Rashida, you need to just try and answer me some more questions, and then you also get a seat as well, inshallah. Okay, so ihdina. Now, let's go to the second word. As-sirat. Now, tell me, what type of word is this?
Noun. Noun.
Great, so it's a noun. What was that, Tabaraka? Okay, so it's a noun.
It's a composite.
Ooh, it's a composite of what?
Possessive pronoun.
No.
Pronoun.
Is it a single word or a composite, Tabaraka?
It's single. It's single.
Yes, it's single.
Sirat.
And
Sirat.
it's a sirat. Now, can you tell me anything about this noun? When looking at the word, can you describe this noun to me? It's a Tabaraka?
It's a different article.
Yes.
Different article.
Very good.
Definite.
It's definite, yes, you're right.
Different.
As-sirat. Very good, Tabaraka.
It's a definite article.
Yeah.
And at last it's having a case ending that is Fatiha.
Oh my gosh, Tabaraka.
No.
Yes, you're right. I'm just amazed that you're so clever, mashallah. I'm amazed. Superb. I didn't think anyone would get that, but you got it. That's why I didn't put it in there. I wanted to see whether you knew. You're right. It's a fatha as-sira. Is it fatha or fathatain? One fatha or two fatha?
One Fatiha.
Why? You're right. You're correct. Why? Because.
Because of the definite article.
Yes. Because if it was a path, it would be then sira.
Then.
But if it's the path, it will be sirata.
Then.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. As-sirata. They know it. They already know it. SubhanAllah. Great. So it's a definite article and it's accusative. The case ending is accusative. Okay, my next question. Why is it accusative? Why has it got a fatha?
Because it's a definite article.
No, not because it's definite article. Why should it be fatha, not dhamma? What is making it into a
Because
fatha?
it's not a preposition.
No. Why?
Because of the. Because of the particle.
No. Rashida.
It is an adjective.
No.
It is. I think so. I'm not sure. I think so. It is because of that. The.
Yes, you're right. But what about it?
It's a command.
No. It is a command, but why should it make this noun fatha? Accusative. No.
Composite.
No. Okay, you guys don't know. Okay. We did cover this in grammar. We said that there is, in the verb sentence, you have a subject and an object. Right? The subject is the one who's doing, and the object is what you're doing it, who you're doing it to. Now, ihdina, the na is the subject, is guide us. We are the subject. Guide us to what? The object, which is the
Right path.
sirat.
Right path.
Sirat, not the right path, sirat. Let's use Arabic. Sirat. And therefore the object must be Fatha. Yahamakullah. So you see, so the reason that sirata is Fatha is because this is the object. Where is the subject again? Where is the subject? No, the na. This bit is the subject and this bit is the verb. It's a composite of subject and verb together. But the subject is us. Guide us to what? The straight path, the object. As-sirata. Okay? So that's why it's got a fatha, because it's object of the verb. Alright? Okay? Good. So, okay, we've got this. Now, as-sirat al-mustaqim. Now, tell me about this word, al-mustaqim. What type of word is this?
Noun. It's a noun. Definite article. Noun and a definite article.
Noun and definite article.
Not.
Huh?
Close.
Noun.
But what type of noun? What type of noun?
Definite.
No type. That's the article. I agree. It is definite. But why is it definite?
Because Siratal Mustaqim. Siratal al-Mustaqim.
Yes. So what is al-mustaqim in this? In as-sirat al-mustaqim, we know as-sirat is the noun. So what is this? Al-mustaqim.
Idafa.
No. Don't guess.
Question. I am having confusion.
Okay. Mustaqim, you're right. By itself, it's a verb. But in the context of this sentence, what is it acting as?
Noun.
No.
So they can't understand this question.
The word itself, I agree. Al-mustaqim is a noun. Because there's only three types: noun, verb, and particle. In the context of this whole verse, اهدنا الصراط المستقيم or صراط المستقيم, what is it?
Siratal.
No, what is the type of word? We did this.
Idafa. Idafa.
No, how can it be idafa? Rashid, you'd like to say idafa all the time, all the question. One of these days you'll get it right, but not for this.
But
No, come on. It's very easy, we covered this so many times. Look, let me give you a clue. Let me give you a clue. This has al.
it's an adjective.
Yes, it's an adjective. We got there in the end. Yes, it's an adjective. Yes, on its own, it is a noun. You're right. But in the context of this sentence, it follows the noun, as-sirat. It is describing it. So therefore, when we say with the adjective, what we say with the adjective is that the adjective must follow the noun in
Pattern. The same pattern.
the same pattern. So if the noun is definite, should the adjective be definite or not? It should be definite. If the noun is accusative, should the adjective be?
Accusative.
Very good, Sadia. You're absolutely right. So, al-mustaqim, should it be mustaqimu, mustaqima, or mustaqim?
Mustaqim.
What should be the case ending for al-mustaqim?
Fatiha.
Yes, it should be fatha al-mustaqima because it's
Adjective.
It's adjective, yes. Very good. So, okay, mustaqim. So you've got that. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us. Guide, which is verb, command. Us, the subject. Sirata, as-sirata, the definite noun, which is object. Al-mustaqima, the straight path. Which is the straight is the adjective of the path, which is the noun. Rashida.
We can't command Allah. We are telling to him guide us to the right.
Yes.
So we can't command Allah.
Very good. Let me explain this to you. We don't mean command is in the meaning, but we talk grammatically, it is called command, yeah, or imperative. So in grammatical terms, we say it means a command or an imperative. In this, it is a dua. It is asking Allah, guide us, yeah. But the grammatical description is a commandment. But we're not commanding Allah. You're very correct. Yeah, but we use commandment from the grammatical sense, like we use nouns, perfect verbs, imperfect. Though we say in the imperfect verb, the present tense, a commandment is like if I'll do. Okay, but in the meaning, when we're saying it to Allah, we are asking Allah, we're beseeching Allah. Yeah, we're crying out to Allah. Okay, so in order for us to describe this, we have to use the commandment ihdi, yeah, or imperative. Yeah, we're asking Allah, please help us. Yeah, okay, good. So ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Do you want to carry on, or you want to call it today?
No, carry.
Oh my gosh, they're very enthusiastic. Okay, let us carry on then. Bismillah. Right, let's see how far we go. Now, so we got ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. So the next bit Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So. Okay. Now. You don't know the question yet. You don't even know what am I going to ask you? You've already got your hands up and you don't even know what the question is. Right, what are you going to say?
Oh, it's a noun. It's a noun. It's a definite article.
Okay. Alright, it's a noun. It is a definite article. Now my next question is which case ending should it be? Why?
Because of the definite
No.
Adjective.
No.
Because it's an accusative.
What? Yes.
Noun.
No.
It's an accusative.
Why is it accusative? What do we say a noun becomes accusative in what sentence?
Object plus subject.
Plus.
Subject.
There's three things. There's subject, object, and
Verb.
verb. So where's the verb?
There's
There is. You know where the verb is?
Zina.
No, that's coming after. Where's the verb for as-sirata? Look at the whole sentence. Look at the whole ayah. The verb is here. It is here. It is relating to this still. Okay? So it's in guide us as-sirata. Right? Same here. The path, object. The straight path. The straight, then it repeats itself. The straight path. Yeah? The straight path. So it's still carrying on with this. It's describing this straight path. The straight path again. So it has to be in the objective because it's still linking to this word. Guide us. Ihdina. Yeah? It's still connected. It's like guide us to the straight path. The straight path. The straight path. Still in the same. Guide us. Which path? The straight path. And then it carries on. What is this straight path? As-sirata, the straight path. So it's still the objective, right? And you could be correct. You could say that it's still an adjective to this. It's describing this, but it's a noun here. Sirat, the straight path. The path, which is back to the noun. But again, this is the same, isn't it? Because it's about guiding us. As-sirata alladhina. What is alladhina? Does anyone know?
Yeah, it is a noun, a definite article, and has.
No. This one we haven't done.
Meaning.
No.
Accusative.
No, sit down. Everybody sit down. This is new. Alright? This is a new one. Okay? This is a new one. Okay, Rashida, you can go and cut the top. Okay? This is actually a particle. Alladhina is a particle. Alright? And you know what type of particle it is? You won't know it, but it's a demonstrative. Now, you're going to think...
Sir, the question is that
Yeah?
how it can be a particle because there is an al over there.
Yes, there is. But in this word, alladhina, okay, first of all, here, if you look at the tashkil, okay, so here let's take al-mustaqim, yeah, there's the al you said, okay, but with the al, yeah, it is like this, alif and lam with a sukoon, al, yes, in alladhina there is no sukoon, it's Allah, so it's not an al, it looks like it, but there's actually a shadda, yeah. It is not with a sukoon, because if you want to say al, you have to have a sukoon on the lam. Al-mustaqim. Yeah? But here, it is Allah. There is no sukoon. So this is not a definite article. This is part of a single word. Alladina. And it is a particle, it is a demonstrative particle. Can you remember us doing demonstrative particles before?
Yes.
Tell me, remind me.
Means
Yes?
I can't do it.
Go on, okay. Go on, Sadia, have a go.
هذا هذه
Yes?
هذا هذه
Alright, what does hada mean?
That.
No?
That for
this
This. Hada means this. Hadihi means?
For
that
No.
these
No. Yes. Hada for male. Hadihi for feminine. Okay? So if I would say, this is the book, هذا الكتاب. If this is Rashida, I say هذه Rashida. This is Rashida. I don't say هذا Rashida. I say هذا Uncle Mustafa. But I'll say وهذه Rashida. This هذا is Mustafa. وهذه and this is Rashida. Masculine and feminine. Okay? And then we had this and then we had that. And the that was ذلك for male, masculine, and tilka for feminine. So I'm asking you, then this is also a demonstrative particle, so what could this be? Somebody did shout it out.
What's the question?
What is this then meaning then? If this is a demonstrative particle, we had this,
It is
we had that. No, we already had that.
it's that.
No, we already had that.
This is them for what is? Those.
Sit down.
Those.
Close, I would say that. Those or these?
These.
These is these. Those or which? Okay, these are all possible meanings, right? Alladina. So you could say those or in this context it is those. Yeah? Those who. Yeah? And it says plural because those is plural, isn't it? Yeah? Or you could say they are who? Alladina. He who or they who. Okay? So these are all meanings. So it means the straight path, the path of which they, alladina, which they, plural, which, we said which, those or these, an'amta alayhim. Now an'amta.
It's a verb.
It is a verb. Very good. Now my next question, what type of verb? Actually, it is not a present tense.
Future.
Now I don't want anyone to shout out the answers because this is a new verb again. We're getting many new verbs here. I can understand why you thought that this was a present tense because you saw the alif, didn't you? You saw this, you thought, I know alif comes in present tense because we did fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alta, fa'altum, fa'altu, fa'alna. There's no alif. Yeah, but we're knowing af'alu, there is, if'al, there is, so it looks like it could be present tense. This is actually past tense, and I'll tell you why. And we're going to end it on this one because this will be too much information overload, okay? Now remember last week, and you mentioned it, we said how many types of verb roots are there? 10. And the first one fa'ala, yes? We did, yeah? Which we know, fa'ala, jalasa, daraba, all that, kataba. The 10th one we did was istaf'ala. Yeah? Istaf'ala. Istaf'ala is the 10th. This is the 4th. This is the 4th. Let me explain this to you. This is the 4th one. We have number 1, fa'ala. Number 10. Remember, we're going to gradually introduce. Remember, there's 10 derivative roots, yeah? We've already done root 1. We've now done root 10 last week. Today, we've come on to root 4. Alright? And root 4, using fa'ala, is like this. Af'ala. Af'ala. Af'ala is the fourth root. And in the fourth root, you can see there is an alif. Yeah? Af'ala. Okay? So, af'ala.
I
Rashida.
have a question.
Yeah.
What is the tenth root of if I'll?
Okay, let's not go there. Let us focus on this one now. Okay? So, let's focus on number fourth root. Okay? So, af'ala is the fourth root. Fa'ala, first root. Af'ala, fourth root. Istaf'ala, 10th. So let's now do the hand signals for fa'ala and then we'll do af'ala. So fa'ala, he did. Fa'alu, they did. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'altum, you all did. Fa'altu, I did. Fa'alna, we did. Now let's do the fourth one. Af'ala, he did. Af'alu, they did. Af'alta, remember fa'alta, af'alta. Af'alta, you did. Af'altum, you all did. Af'altu, I did. Af'alna, we did. Let's repeat it again with fa'ala. Fa'ala, he did. Fa'alu, they did. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'altum, you all did. Fa'altu, I did. Fa'alna, we did. Going to the fourth root. Af'ala, he did. Af'alu, they did. Af'alta, you did. Af'altum, you all did. Af'altu, I did. Af'alna, we did. Alright, now that you know this, let us now cover this root here. We have an'amta. Now tell me, what is the basic root for this? An'amta. If we were to do af'ala, so what would be for an'amta? Rashida. It's nun aymin. So how would I write it in this fourth root then?
Alif.
Yes. Now how will you pronounce it? An'ama. An'ama. Af'ala, an'ama. Yeah? An'ama. So tell me, what is, if an'ama means to give blessings, so an'amta must mean what?
You give blessings.
You give blessings. You give blessings. Yeah, exactly, because an'amta. So let's now do an'ama. So we did, let's go back. So we did fa'ala for the first root. Then we went to af'ala for the fourth root. Now we use an'ama. An'ama. So he bestowed mercy. He gave ni'mah. He gave blessings. An'ama. He gave blessings. An'amu. They gave blessings. An'amta, you gave blessings. An'amtu, you all gave blessings. An'amtu, I gave blessings. An'amna. Very good, Mumta. So an'amta, you gave blessings. And you can remember from ni'mah. You know, ni'mah is blessing. Yeah? You gave some ni'mah, it's some blessings, yeah? So it comes from the root na'ima. So the first root for this is na-e-ma. Na-e-ma. Blessing. He is blessed. Right? An'ama means he gave blessings. Right? So na'ima, he is blessed. An'ama, he gave blessings. An'amta, you gave blessings. Right? So, let us now recap. Ihdina. Guide us. As-sirat al-mustaqim, the straight path. As-sirat The straight path which alladina, which you, which an'amta, you gave blessings alayhim.
To him. To
No, alayhim. Last bit.
To you.
No, come
To
on.
us.
No, okay. Here, let us work it out. Is it a shh? Is the teacher speaking? What do you do then? Remember the rules that we have is if you want to ask a question, you put your hands up, okay, and not shout out. Okay? Let's have some. Okay. So, Rashida, question to you. What type of word is this? Noun, particle, or verb?
It's a particle.
Correct. Now, my next question: is it a single particle or is it a composite?
It's a composite
Of what?
of alayhi.
No, just a different category. What composite of what? Noun, verb, particle. Particle and what?
Particle.
And?
Possessive.
Nope.
Possessive pronoun.
Yes. Possessive pronoun. Okay. Which one is the possessive pronoun?
Him.
Him. Excellent. And what is this bit? This particle is?
Pronoun preposition.
Preposition. So here you have a composite of two particles. Yeah? Preposition and
Possessive pronoun.
possessive pronoun. Okay? Or pronoun you can say. Oh yeah, possessive pronoun. Okay? So what is the actual word for preposition here? How will I write it?
Alayhi.
It is ala. Yeah? Which means what?
On.
On. Okay? And him means on what? On?
On.
Oh, no. Him. What is him?
Him.
Him.
Yeah?
Him. You.
No. How do we do this? Come on.
All.
Oh, look at me.
So give us an hint.
Oh, so I'm going to do it now. We're going to do hand signals. Huwa.
Huwa.
He. No. Shh. Huwa.
Huwa.
He. Hum. They. Anta. You. Antum. You all. Ana. I. Nahnu. We. So, what is this then? Him. Which means?
Nahnu. We. Who?
No, him. What does him mean?
They.
Or in the possessive pronoun, we did noun and pronoun. Deen, dinuhum. What does it mean? Dinuhum. What does it mean?
His. Their.
Their deen. Who said their deen? Rashida. Very good. MashaAllah. You're catching up. I think there's competition here. Sadia, have a seat. Have a seat. Okay. So dinuhum, their deen. Alayhim, upon
Them.
upon them. Alayhim, upon them. Their deen, dinuhum, their deen. Hum, they. Alayhim, upon them. All meaning the same thing. Them, they. Yeah? So upon them. Alayhim. Right? Particle and pronoun together. Preposition and pronoun. Preposition ala, hum being the pronoun. Yeah? In this context, it means them, upon them. Alright? So, to summarize now. Ihdina, guide us. Composition, verb, and subject, noun. Sirata, noun, which is the object, which is why it's got a fatha. As-sirat al-mustaqim. Mustaqim, in this sentence, means the adjective, the straight path. That's why it has a fatha. As-sirata, the straight path. The reason again is that this is because it's following on from the verb. Alladina, demonstrative pronoun, which means these or they or those who. Those who. An'amta, new verb. Fourth verb category. First time we've covered the fourth category. Af'ala, an'ama, an'amta, that you bestowed. Alayhim, two particles together. Preposition and pronoun, upon Okay? Any questions, and then we'll finish there. I'll start with Sadi on my right, and then I'll come to Rashida. Yes, Sadi.
You told that word in that. In English, you told that word.
What's the question?
In English, someone told you for that.
To bestow. Oh, it's
So, what is the meaning of this?
to give. So to give blessings. Bestow means to give. Okay, thank you, Sadi. Rashida?
We only use the first root to see if it's a weak verb or a standard verb.
Very good question. How do we tell which verb is standard or weak? We look at the basic root. So the basic root is from the fa'ala. Okay, so if it has a weak letter in it, like akala, which means he ate, is the alif, so that means it's a weak verb. Okay, yeah, and then you can see it being derived as we have with ihdina. Correct? Thank you, Rashida. Tabaraka?
Sir, Patak alayhim you which means upon to him, na?
Upon them.
Upon them.
Yes.
So that alayhim, we have to tell him means what? Him means should be him, it should be whom.
Very good question. And we did this rule. What did we say? That any particle or noun that follows a preposition must be in kasra. So fi bayti, in the house. Bayti, not baytu. Fi him, not fi hum. Fi him. So it's with a kasra. Alayhim, not alayhum. Yeah? Because the preposition that comes before it. Right? So ala is a preposition. So what comes after it must be in the kasra. So alayhim. Ilahim. Okay? So that's why it's him. It's just the pronunciation. Okay? But him, hum means the same thing. Okay? Okay, I think we'll call it an end there. Subhanaka wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Well done. Tabaraka and Sadia did fantastic. Rashida did also fantastic. I would say you did equally good, but because they had the seats first, they keep it because you equal them. Now you need to exceed them to take their seat, but you were equally good. I thought all three of you were superb. I'm really, really impressed with all three of you. I was not expecting this today. Unbelievable. I think the boys have their work cut out. I think Ahmed has got some serious competition with these three. And Sadia, I'm really amazed with you. Really amazed, because I didn't expect, because you're still very young, and I didn't expect you to know so much. I'm very impressed with you. Tabaraka, I expect you to do well, because I know you're clever and you're older, and as well as Rashida, because I remember you from the first lesson. So I expect high standards from you. But Sadia, mashallah, I didn't expect to do so well. Okay? So the competition is really tough, right? But Sadia and Tabaraka, keep the chair. Rashida, you were equal today, but you need to exceed to get them off the seat. Okay? So well done to you. And you, sir, you have to work hard. You have your sister, so you have to beat your sister. Okay? And hold the flag for the brothers. Okay? Alright, okay. We'll call it this. Yeah.